Welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 130. We have made it to 13 plus a 0 at the end. We are here on a Monday to talk about a couple of things that went on over in this weekend. San Diego Loyal defeating RGV here at home in a 2-1 affair. We're going to go ahead and talk about everything that happened in and off of that field. We're going to go ahead and talk about some friendlies in the world of soccer. Man City, Bayern, Liverpool, Manchester United, Barcelona, Real Madrid, El Clásico. Do those actually matter when it's friendlies? We'll talk about it. We're also going to go ahead and talk about a couple of San Diego Wave news, especially with Snapdragon happening very soon. And we're going to get into maybe a little bit of our fantasy football talk because that needs to go ahead and start ASAP. Football is almost here. The other kind of football, the American football. I just saw a video of like British people watching football, American football, and they call it AFL, American Football League, which is pretty fun. But there are a bunch of ninnies over there. But you know who's not a ninny? Who? The absolute legend, stud, Mr. Alan Underwood. Alan, how are you?
Good. I thought you were going to introduce somebody else with that introduction. I was like, who else is here?
Mr. Alan Underwood. When we have the resources and money, Alan, I'm going to get a introduction voiceover by Bruce Buffer or his brother. What's the other guy's name? What's the brother's name?
Let's Get Ready to
So Let's Get Ready to Rumble is Mike. The other one that does UFC. It's time. Don't drag it.
Oh, my bad. I remember
Mike.
you told me they were brothers.
Yeah, they're brothers. You know who I'm talking about, right, Adam?
I do not watch wrestling, nor do I watch UFC, so I am ignorant when it comes to those people. When you said Buffer, I was like, are we having internet problems?
Prime, exquisite, a well-timed dad joke, teacher joke, might I say.
Teacher joke.
You're in mid second semester form right now with those.
Well, I mean, if you stay ready, you never got to get ready, right?
Ooh,
Alan goes home after a day
hard,
of work saying,
play hard.
all right, today's stat line. I got 3, hey, your shoes are untied. Made you look. I got 4, you got something on your shirt.
My favorite is you dropped your pocket.
You drop your
That's
pocket.
a-
Yeah,
Hey,
that's a
that's
good
a
one.
classic.
That's a classic,
I love
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that. No, but Mike, the guy that announces Roxy, you've heard, let's get ready to rumble, right?
Yes.
So,
Which you've now been like DFA'd or whatever that's called on YouTube, and you owe
just
him like
too good.
$400.
Yeah, royalty. So he has a brother that does the exact same thing, but for UFC. But they didn't know they were brothers until the younger one in UFC was like, "Hey, that's a unique name." Went up to him, and it was like they talked about the stories, and they're like they realized that they were brothers
Oh, fuck.
after like 30-some years. Like it's
That's
a
wild.
crazy story.
Are they around the same age?
Yeah.
They're not twins, are they?
No, they're not.
okay.
No way. But you know who is twinning? Get it? Because they're winning.
Yep.
That's terrible. See, I'm not informed. I'm no longer with.
He's no longer around the
I'm
children,
no
so
longer
he
amongst the
doesn't.
students.
He lost his sauce.
I lost the touch.
He lost the sauce.
Like I don't even know what like these kids listen to anymore. Like Baby Shark. Like
Oh
sure.
no.
But anyway, we have a San Diego Loyal game to talk about because San Diego Loyal with this beautiful lineup, which is missing a couple of key players for a couple of various reasons. You guys were at the game.
Yeah.
I was in California. I was at Newport Beach before this game. I wasn't planning on coming back. We won a TV, a 50-inch TV. I pretended to be my girlfriend's dad because he's the construction worker, and there was like a retreat, and they're like, "Oh, Felipe? Oh, yes, yeah, hello." We won a TV, and we scrammed out of there, so that was fun.
This weekend?
Yeah.
You want a TV?
Well, not me. Felipe did.
Where's the TV, Felipe?
It's at Felipe's house, actually.
Oh, wow.
But in any case, I didn't know if I was going to make it back. I made it back for a little bit, but you gentlemen were there since the beginning.
Yeah. We actually got bombarded by Darren Smith during the lineup clip that we did, so it was fun. I think he felt a little like, oh, my bad, I didn't know you were. I was like, come on in.
Come on in. You're too
Come
late.
on in. You're already committed into this. But yeah, the lineup mentioned beautiful lineup. I don't know about beautiful. It was missing key players. The bench was not the strongest, but on goal you had Coque Vegas, who by far is one of the best goalkeepers San Diego Loyal has had. Which, by the
Sounds
way,
like
speaking of
shade.
goalkeepers, it's not
Keep
shade.
going. We'll talk about it
Okay.
later.
You have Elijah Martin, Kyle Adams, Riley, who's playing center back instead of Stoneman. And then you have Metcalf coming back in the starting lineup at right back. Not at center mid, like the app.
Whatever intern you have running the app, San Diego Loyal, fix it. Because
Yeah.
I texted these dudes like an idiot. Like, hey, like, I don't frequent looking at the app because I'm usually in the stadium with this
I
thing.
think it's Sports Engine from USL that does that. It's like a third party that I don't think they really know the players. They're like, this guy goes here.
Yeah.
Like that guy. Like the Colorado game when they only had 12 players, like their lineup was like they were playing people who were defensive people on like in midfield and as a striker, and it's like, no, like get it together, Sports Engine.
So you're saying about the lineup wherever you stopped? I don't know where you stopped before I brutally interrupted you.
I'm looking at the comments real quick, and Jason said, "I sat right behind Tony. I'm not going to the game. I'm not going to be at the game. Sanchez for the first half."
Hey, I didn't mean to. All
But
right.
yeah. So he'll talk about why he ended up showing up. So you had Nick Moon playing on the left wing positions, who by far is his best position out there.
Yeah.
Colin Martin, Jack Blake sharing that center mid role. You have Tumi Moshobani kind of playing in a freeway like center attacking mid.
I was wondering where Toomey was this year, like because they hadn't played him, not because of lack of him trying. He wasn't playing as much as I thought the second highest scorer would have coming into the season. I saw that look, Alan. It's not that he's not good or great, but they weren't utilizing him as much as I would have thought that they would have used him. But obviously now he's getting placed exactly where he needs to be, and he's coming out again with the second half that like he's playing really, really well right now.
I think he's better off playing more in the center of the field, like center attack. That 10 role suits him very good.
Yeah.
More than on the wings. I mean, we talked to Jack Blake how it was adapting to different positions, and a lot of players in San Diego Loyal have been doing that, right?
Yeah.
Adapting to different positions. But Alan, tell me, do you like Toomey playing more of the 10 role or as a winger?
I like him. I think I like him more in the 10 role because I think he's better when he's running at opponents in that middle. And then I think also as a 10, he's more likely to pass the ball quickly because I think the one thing that I would criticize Toomey on is sometimes he holds on to the ball too long. I think we see that with Nick Moon a little bit as well. But I think Toomey's been in every single game. He started 17 and played 21. I spoke to him a little bit earlier, and I think it's on one of the midweek interviews with Toomey was, last year he was kind of put up top as a goal scorer, and now he's being asked to be an assist type of person. And I think it fits his play style a little bit better as well. He likes a little bit of the flashiness. He likes a little bit of the ball handling. He's not like a Kyle Vassell or a Thomas Amon or even a Conway, right? He's not that type of player. He's more of a creative guy who can also score goals. So I think this is the perfect place for him in kind of that rotating with Guido a little bit and playing that a little bit more creative role than just a pure winger like a Nick Moon who's going to drive and take on guys one-on-one. Toomey's a guy who I think it can be successful floating around the team.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, what you saw it on the blog. If you watch it, I mean, he seemed to like your questions, Alan, and he was just smiling, staring into your eyes. And Alan's a very much media favorite for players, if you guys didn't know. But continuing with the lineup for San Diego Loyal, you had Moshomani, Conway, and Amang. So Amang is obviously become a key player, and you kind of have to realize that trade they did to get Amang has had to be one of the best trades this season in the USL overall.
Yeah.
Because you gave up, who was it that we gave up? Was it
Haji Berry?
Haji
No.
Berry? No.
Was it?
What was his name?
Was
Haji something, right?
Haji.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was Haji. He
Not
was
Berry,
a midfielder.
No. Yeah, no, Barry's a top striker quality form that.
Didn't look like it against San Diego Loyal. Second game, first game, he kind of, but we did it better.
So you trade him and you get Amang, and honestly, Amang is just playing phenomenal right now.
Yeah, and you really do feel the absence of a Kyle Vassell in this team just because of the play style that they'll come out with, and they have to figure out something different because you don't have that tall presence up top with a good passing vision, holding midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying Among doesn't, but his style is obviously just a wrecking ball. He'll rack up some fouls here and there because he'll go too strong sometimes on these defenders, and it may not be a foul, but because of the intensity that he'll go into the challenge with, like, the referee's going to be like, all right, you need to cool it. Like, here's the foul.
Yeah.
But overall, like, it's interesting because at this point last year, there were times where the players were, there was a lot of depth, but not necessarily quality. I think the qualities is coming out right now in this squad because – look, I mean, if you look at who's not available, Stoneman, like, critical in the defensive front. Kyle Vassell, just
So
key.
we spoke to him after the game, and I asked him how's his shoulder, and he said not good. And
yikes.
He said it could be a couple weeks, right? I don't know that he mentioned like could be a couple weeks that he's gonna be out. It's just not feeling it. He doesn't need to wear the sling.
I think that's breaking news.
Yeah, so I don't expect for Kyle Vassell to be at the Orange County game. Maybe as a fan, but he won't be playing in the next.
Well, hopefully
couple
not, because
weeks.
he's going to be cheering. He's going to fuck up his arm again. So let's hopefully
Yeah.
as well.
And I think this is the big difference between last year and this year, right? Like, Kyle Vassell goes down, you still have like 3-4 options to fill that spot, including your leading goal scorer for last season, right?
Yeah.
Last year, you were struggling to even get like consistent number 9 or consistent striker roles, and now you have Among, you have Conway, you can put Toomey up there if you need to.
Yeah.
You just have depth in areas that you really didn't have depth in last year, and that was really a big difference down the stretch of trying to find goals to win you games down the stretch, and just wasn't happening. But now Vassell's out, and I think San Diego misses him, but Among is not a huge step down as far as play is concerned, right? He plays a similar style of strength. He was onside, but you still you even have like Nick Moon as an option on the wing when last year, you had
Ibarra,
who's fine but not the same level as Nick Moon. So Abdicator, who I don't even think is playing anymore.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, he went to Colorado. The last game he played was in the Open Cup against Hailstorm when Colorado Springs was eliminated, I believe. And so that was essentially, if you think about the last time he played in the USL was when San Diego played ASC San Diego. That was a long time ago. So you just have more depth up top that you can fill in those spots. And I think you're also seeing kind of that midfield depth as well as, Toomey can also fill in it when Guido is out or needs a breather. You're not having a huge drop off. I don't think there's a huge drop off between Guido and Toomey.
Yeah.
As far as like play styles concerned, I think you can keep a similar play style. I think Conway brings a different wrinkle. That's a harder switch, I think, if you're pulling off Among and putting on Conway or taking off Vassell and putting on Conway. I think that's a distinct difference, and we've seen that. But you have really good attacking options still.
Yeah, and you mentioned the depth that they didn't have before. I mean, you had Ben Spencer as an option last season, and we all know how
Leave the poor guy
terrible was
alone,
that.
dude. He's living his best life in Rosarito, which is apparently the key spot where players go to after they leave San Diego Loyola. They just disappear to Rosarito.
Papas and beer, dog.
Hell yeah! Have you ever been to Papas and Beer? Alan?
College fest. Let's get it.
Come on, come on.
I have been a single time, and I did not vomit, but people I was with, I know, had a pretty, because you get like, it was like a bucket of beer and like half of the like you got like 20 beers and like 10 double shots of tequila, and you're like, it is problematic.
Reckless.
And then everyone buys one, and so there's just tequila and beer everywhere.
Yeah,
And
Papas and beer is it's
That's great insight into how your summer's been going, Alan. This last summer, so I didn't know you had it in him.
This was a while ago.
yeah, sure. You guys thought he was in New Orleans? He was not.
Yeah,
he was in
it
Papas and beer.
The espuma parties. What is espuma? What is espuma in English? bubble, like a
No,
bubble
no.
party? Like, you know when there's like bubbles and like not steam.
Foam.
Foam party, yeah.
Foam party?
You never been to a foam party?
No, but I think Darren did when Vegas had one.
Yes.
Alan would put the foam on his beard. Ho, ho, ho.
But yeah, so San Diego Loyal, obviously a team that has certain teams that they kind of get the jitters around. RGV, I think, being one of them, where they're just pesky. Like that's a way like I saw this team this year. RGV is just that they're just annoying. They're pesky. They got, I guess, lucky, but
They're not a bad team.
They're not a bad team.
That's
they know
what
how to
Landon told us
play.
after, right? This game was very close, and that tells you the competition there is in the USL. This is a 10th place team going up against a 3rd place team, and this was that close of a game. They had a lot of chances. Koke had a great game. Alan, by the way, he did stop that hit the post. He made
hit
that
it.
stop. So
Nice.
it was a great save. This one actually coming up right here.
So, yeah, that's
Great
good.
save.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We were
on
far
points
on the
per-
other side.
Points per game, RGV is essentially tied for 6th in the West with Sacramento. Before this weekend, I haven't put in the weekend stats yet, but RGV on the road is essentially a playoff team. At home, they've for sure struggled, which is unique for them. Usually, they're pretty dominant at home. If they have like kind of a normal home record as they normally do, this would be a team that you would put in that conversation for getting that 6th or 7th playoff spot, which, is occupied right now by like Los Dos, Oakland, Las Vegas. And those are all teams that we've seen San Diego struggle against, right? They lost to Las Vegas. Oakland always seems to, like, especially last year, they would score all these like golazos on San Diego and end up winning or drawing. And, we just saw what happened with Los Dos. Like, RGV is in that conversation as far as the talent's concerned. It's just the results at home haven't really been there this season, which is unique for them. But I mean, even Monterey Bay is better than the bottom part of the Eastern Conference, and this is what makes the West tough. And Landon spoke to that as well.
Yeah, it's tough opposition all around, especially here in the West. So to be, I think I saw USL Stats put John Morrissey that there's a 99% chance of making playoffs at this point for San Diego Loyal. I think I read that correctly.
99?
Yeah, like as it goes right now, which is, I mean, isn't far from the truth. Just making playoffs, not necessarily top 4, right? But I think it's a very
that's a better percentage that the Avengers had at defeating Thanos, so I'll take it.
Cool. So I think they're in a really good spot. I think, and we're going to try to talk to Nate Miller coming up about exactly how they feel about being in the position that they're at. But I think they're going to be happy and content with everything, especially everything that's gone on this season as far as like referees, the Los Dos games, just the last second equalizers here and there. To be in second place in the West, that's a pretty nifty place to be in right now.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think it's even better than what Landon expected, right? So with that being said, back to the game real quick. San Diego Loyal got the first goal. You were showing me this.
Let's play a game.
Spot that, Tony. I'm cut off. That's not fair.
So you'll come up, but I spy with my big ol' eye a disgusting orange vest. The only one of the 2 people wearing it, the other one being you. Everybody putting it on their camera, that needs to change. And
some bullshit.
We do not need to be treated differently and harassed about putting on your youth small bibs that you got at the Big Sports Authority, I guess. Do those exist anymore?
I don't think so.
Big Fives.
A Dick's Sporting Good?
They can. No, they have more size variety over there. Anyway.
Hey, I spot a Tony with his hands on his hips.
Hands on his hips.
He's like this right now. Like,
I'm talking with the great, powerful Craig Elston. Shout out 619 Soccer. Shout
Oh,
out
by the way,
Soccers.
Craig enjoyed my comment that I made to him because I just told him, it's good to see you here.
Oh,
That's all I said.
Hasn't been there in a while, so good to see some
there
old
on
pals.
official duty.
out there, on the clock.
By the way, it took San Diego a while to invite the Sockers to show their trophy presentation.
I talked with them. They actually were meant to do it together, but something happened. Craig did mention that.
Something always happens.
Anyway, so it was cool to see the cup there, and it was cool. See, proof I was there. The only reason I was there.
Why were you
Alan,
there?
do you know why I was there? Can you guess? Because I was coming back from Newport. I'm tired. I'm like cranky.
Because you missed Chiva?
And you. But we were hungry. And I'm like, I can probably get ourselves a voucher for some African food. Or just food in general, but that's the go-to. And that's what we did.
There goes your media credential.
Sat down, covered the game. I made sure to make something because I got on social media and I put something on Instagram. So therefore, I helped. I contributed. I didn't just sit there.
Shout out to San Diego Loyal for being more active on sharing stories on Instagram.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. That's dope.
That's really dope. That's really dope. Nothing
Shit.
Alan would know. Him and his papas and beer buddies and his ways. Papas and Alan. Alan is a papa. Papi.
Papa's Underwood.
Yeah, he's like
Not a papa.
not a papa.
Not a papa.
But
You're
yeah.
a puppy papa.
So it took a while.
By the
but
way,
it's
Jack
good.
Metcalf had a bad throw in there before that.
Jack-
This was a great goal.
This was a really good goal to me, just slotting it in there from outside of the box. Like,
All I'm saying, Alejandro Guido is sweating after seeing that goal. He's like, I got competition at the number 10 spot.
you think so? You really think so?
No, he's sweating because he's sick. He has an illness.
Oh, shit.
That's what the injury thing was. That was the injury report. That's why he's sweating. He's ill.
Damn, I love this
He's
confidence.
terribly
Just
ill
like,
right now.
Just like jokes, too, like quality jokes.
Cannot confirm what it is. Don't want to break any HIPAA violations.
No, I mean, that puts Toomey on 16 goals for his career for San Diego. And
All-time leading scorer still, right?
yeah, all-time leading scorer. He also, I mean, we can talk about his assists later, but he's also on 6 assists this season. Like, Toomey is like sneakily one of the best San Diego loyal players. Like,
Yeah.
I think if people like, make a list, like he'll be like in the top 5, but I don't think he's anyone's like, I shouldn't say anybody. I think if you ask like the casual fan, I don't think Toomey's the first name that comes out, but this team does not function as well last year without him. And I think the team this year, Toomey's had some really nice moments where he kind of takes over some games here and there, especially lately, right? He's had 3 goals and an assist in the last 4 games. Like, I think it would be undeniable to say if, we had like an MVP for the first 3 years, you put John Kempen, you put Josh Yarrow, and you put Toomey Moshobani in that conversation as far as kind of the 3 names that I think are really key to the early success of this team in general.
All right. I like
And then,
that.
I mean, you can put Colin Martin and
All right, let's do that. So who are your 3?
yeah,
Who are
your
again?
3.
Yeah.
I think you would have to go with John Kempen, who had like one of the best goalie seasons in USL, like hands down. Like, was like what, 1 start away from winning the Golden Glove when he probably should have.
Yeah.
I think you put Josh Yarrow in that conversation.
Yeah.
And you put Toomey Moshobani in that conversation. And then you maybe an honorable mention to like a Colin Martin or a Charlie Adams. But I think those are kind of, if you want to do, let's if you want to do the Mount Rushmore,
Yeah.
do like 4 people, I would put those 4: Kempen, Yarrow, Martin, and Moshobani.
Do you have a? I know you're pensive right now, Chiva. Let us know who your Mount Rushmore of loyal is at this point in the comments. It's a pretty good topic here.
Yeah, I think mine would be Colin Martin for sure.
Okay.
Colin Martin for sure. You have to put Charlie Adams on there. I think he has been key, especially this season.
What a turnaround from
more
you.
than other seasons.
By absolutely hating the way he played to loving him. I love
Just
it.
wearing that captain armband for 3 seasons, you have to put him on there, for respect, and he has been key. So you have both those players. Then Toomey's on there. Has to be for sure.
Yeah.
He's been there since day one, and has been. Maybe didn't score or assisted much in the first season, but he definitely has improved a lot in the last 2 seasons. So you put Toomey on there. I would want to put Yara on there, but he only played 1 season. And I don't think 1 season is enough to make it up there.
1/3?
Yeah, but
1 out of 3? I mean...
No, I would go with, at least right now, I'd have to put Alejandro Guido on there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that selection is pretty solid, right? Like, Toomey has to be there. Just because of the type of goals, what he means. After losing another San Diegan, you have a San Diegan in Guido, so you kind of give him that. But I think Charlie Adams is a really good shout. I wish I could say somebody like Stoneman because, again, he's been here. He's seen it. He's seen the growth, but there are just times where he's not available, injury, accumulation
I
of
would
red
put
card,
Elijah
yellow
over
cards.
Stoneman.
And I think that's where I'm going to go with Elijah. I think Elijah's a really good shout there just because he's that constant. And he has his deficiencies because height, whatever, but he makes up for it.
Sorry, if anybody puts Ben Spencer on the fucking chat, I'm going to lose my shit.
Just legendary. Ben Spencer. Who else? Lawal. All right. Who else? I mean,
The name I was about to say, and people would get pissed. I'm not even going to say it.
Austin. Wow.
Andrew Carlton.
Oh shit. That's
I'm just playing, guys. I'm just playing.
in the shit list apparently. Who's
Yeah.
gonna get mad at you? You'd be celebrated for that.
Yeah, no, it's Ben
No, but
Spencer.
there's a couple of loyal. There's also like loyal like. There's the curse of the Padres where like they'll have a player and then they'll sell him and then he just becomes a legend. It's kind of happened more than once. But you know, there's some players that San Diego Loyals had that after they've played all right. Thinking of most recently, Anthony Siaja, who's pretty much the poster boy of Monterrey at this point.
Rubio Rubin comes to
Rubio
mind.
for that season.
So, yeah, no, that's definitely an interesting topic, and I see a lot of those names out there in the chat. You have
Barry,
Barry
Rubio.
Rubio in the mix. Barry.
Would you put him in the mix, Barry or Rubio?
I have a hard time with Rubio. Like, he's an important player to show that like San Diego can give a guy a second chance if he can make something of it. I think Barry is an interesting shout. I wouldn't disagree with that one. I like the Elijah Martin one too. I think there are a couple names that I think are super deserving. I love Elijah Martin. Yeah, I would have a hard time with Barry. Like, yeah, he was every time he played, San Diego didn't lose, but I think for the same, argument that Chiva made about Josh Yarrow is, Barry didn't really have like a full season. It was like really good memories and he was a quality player, but he was, destined for greater things, I guess, now in DC. Yeah, the Anthony Siaha shout is a pretty interesting one. He played almost the full minutes against Baby Bulls, and maybe it was he got a yellow card for time wasting, and they decided to swap him out in the 3rd minute stoppage time just to ice the game. But
Yeah.
he started the last 3 games for Monterey Bay, and that's super happy to see that guy land somewhere and play. Yeah, there's a couple of shouts that I know that, I think Josh Yarrow is one that is for sure debatable. I can understand Chiva's Josh Yarrow or Elijah Martin for Josh Yarrow shout is a very good one. And it's a young team, right? There might be some guy who comes in next year who's just like, oh, this guy we got this guy now.
Yeah.
But it's been fun seeing like guys like Stoney and Toomey coming up from League One and really developing into quality USL players. Like, that's super fun.
I mean, it's gonna mean so much more when San Diego Loyal has a player that just becomes a breakaway star and ends up playing in Bayern Munich and has a story like Alfonso Davis.
Apparently,
like
Dylan Ferry, the substitute goalkeeper, number 2 now, the 16-year-old kid from San Diego.
15 actually.
15.
He turned 16 in like 2 months.
So the 15-year-old backup goalkeeper to Coque Vegas, who
Vegas.
Okay, Vegas.
Vegas.
Who you'll probably see like you're like, who's that other goalkeeper that's training? That's him. That's a 15-year-old child.
He almost came into this game.
That would have been cool.
I
But
don't think so.
not cool, but like for the kid, right? Like just
The
getting
story.
some playtime.
I was telling
story-wise.
Alan when Koke got knocked down a couple, I think twice, and then spoke to him after the game. He said he was fine. He said he was feeling great, like nothing to be worried about. But I told Alan, imagine being a 15-year-old kid and thinking, oh shit, I'm about to go in and play my first professional soccer game. What were you doing at 15 years old?
In the Cholos
Playing
Cantera.
trombone and marching band.
I'm sorry, in the Cholos Cantera playing
No,
semi-professional
you were
soccer.
not, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my
What do you want me to
gosh.
do? What do you want me to do?
It's not professional though.
It's not. It really isn't. But you know, it could have been. Could have had I played my cards right, but clearly I didn't. Anyway, so in this game, the goal that went in for San Diego Loyal, it's kind of a clusterfuck of stuff that happenings inside of the box. After a corner for RGV, leave the ball right there, just sling it inside. Nobody touches the ball. Like it just.
Koke was
there's
so
nothing.
positive that it was an offsides, and I think Alan had the argument as to why it could have been called offsides.
So it's that guy right there who makes a play on the ball right in front of Koke Vegas. Now, watching this back again, I think there might be an argument that the guy was even with the ball. But as it comes across, this guy right here makes a play on the ball.
The guy that
And I
headed
think
it, yeah.
probably deflects it toward the goal. And if not, he makes a play on the ball, which if you're making a play on the ball and you're in an offside position, you're offside. And then it gets touched by two RGV players after that are it's questionable where they were when the ball was played. But the big question is the guy in front of Koke, who is the only argument is he's even with the ball because he's definitely in front of everybody else. Like he's in an offside position when the ball is played. And so I think you can make an argument that should have been called offside. But then, you know, at this point, we already know that the AR was having kind of a tough night with determining where his lines were. And this is what we talked about before is, you know, you're angry at the time. Then afterwards, it was just like, you got to play past that. And this is one of the times where San Diego decided to play past a poor call. And they responded relatively quickly, which is, again, maybe not necessarily what we've seen from San Diego. But they were able to kind of put themselves together really quickly and find themselves in an attacking position with the ability to go right back up again.
Yeah, and then we've all made it to practice before. So like Alan said, right after this, San Diego Loyal pretty much takes the lead again off a set piece play crossed by Toomey. And like I said, we all made it to practice before. They do practice set plays quite a bit. And for them to actually have one that works out and it's a great play, you just kind of have to feel for them, right? Like you actually, you've seen them firsthand work hard on this type of plays.
Yeah.
Great finish by Conway.
Like statistically in soccer, like you don't score on set pieces, whether it be direct shot, indirect free kick, like whatever. Like it's pretty hard to score a goal through free kick, and this is a perfect, you know, a perfect set piece because Toomey just floats that ball perfectly to where he knows Conway's going to be.
Right now, he's already making that run.
Exactly. Like you see Conway. He's going to be the second to last player at the bottom to right next to Kyle Adams. He just, boom, makes that run right there as Toomey is running up to the ball. Toomey already knows where that ball is going. Conway knows where he has to be. So at that point, beats the offside. Yeah, go for it.
And it's smart, too, because he's not making a straight run at the back line. It's kind of an angled run.
Mm-hmm.
So he's able to hit full speed without going offside, right? Like, think about where he's starting, and then he runs kind of at an angle and then loops back around. So he creates space with that defender, and it's almost a 2-on-1 the way that Adams is running.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, even if that ball isn't inch perfect, like, you have two loyal players against one RGV player, and he's making a kind of an angled run so he can get full speed at the defender without running a straight line and be offside. And then that touch is just disgusting.
Yeah, it was perfectly shot. By the way, Conway, he has some pretty smooth celebrations when he scores.
So can you explain for the non
I
for the
actually
fellow
don't know
kids?
what that one is.
I mean, Alan, do you have any insight? Do your kids ever
At
do?
first, I thought it was maybe the YMCA, but no. Like, if anybody knows what
Shouting
this
out the
is,
YMCA.
he's done the Dougie. He's done different dances, and I would say he's up there for his best celebrations in the team.
You got a good angle of this, right? So that second half, that's what we'd like to be behind the goals wherever they're shooting for these types of angles, right? We didn't buy that camera for nothing. Toomey putting his hands up. Obviously, for those of you that don't know, the hands up, hands down, one hand, two hands, that's the equivalent in baseball of this, brush it off, like Espíritu Santo. But that has a meaning, right?
Yeah.
And so everybody's on the same page. Here you see Toomey just float that ball. It's not a hard cross at all. Honestly, RGV fucked us up defensive-wise.
I think they try to catch him off sides,
Yeah.
and they fucked up. You don't do that in those set pieces.
It's a mistake, but here's the thing. You make them pay on their mistakes, and this is exactly what they did. Ball gets floated in. Just the ball never touched the ground after Toomey hit it, after Toomey crossed it. So that takes a lot of coordination to do and a lot of finishing skill for that. So good angle, good goal. This goal ends up turning it 2-1, the eventual final score.
Alan got the prediction right. Alan said 2-1.
It should have been 3-1, so you
Should have
should have been
been.
right, Chiva. I think the other thing that's interesting is I would encourage people to go and listen to the vlog where Toomey talks about like how they set up this play and like how he convinced Jack Blake to be able to take it, because Jack Blake's been kind of on fire, and for him to like talk him out of it is pretty ballsy, right? So I would encourage you to go back and listen to the vlog to the answer of Toomey's. He takes a pretty I don't say lengthy, but he does answer the question and talk about how they set it up, the conversation that they had. They talked about in swinging, out swinging. So check that out.
I mean, we could check it out right now if you want, Alan.
I was just trying to get those more views, man.
I
Yeah, that's
appreciate
exactly what I
that.
was
You know
trying to
what?
do.
I really appreciate that. So go check out that vlog. Here, look how Toomey is just like prepared to answer.
You know what?
I don't know how. Like, it's just I'd still be sweating. Like,
Yeah, so the
buckets,
question asked him
smooth.
was, it looked like Jack Blake was kind of like even the other team was expecting to see Jack Blake hit that ball, and then he explains, yeah, like he wanted to shoot that, but then I saw the goalkeeper kind of like be a little more close to his first post, so there was space, and then he said, I'm gonna end up crossing this, so they made that play happen, and it worked out. So check out the vlog. You know what? If we were to go on Patreon, that's what vlogs should be, as a reward. Imagine.
Reward.
I'm just playing.
I'm scared of that. You know, and
Yeah,
it's
no,
very
I know.
transparent. Like, I honestly don't feel that we have the content to warrant having to charge people.
Yeah, no,
Now,
we
if people
don't.
want to donate, that's different. But I would still want to have a premium product.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have, you know,
Ideas.
Alan. What do you think? You're part of this.
I mean, I feel the way you feel, Tony, is you want to make sure it's something that people are getting rewarded for paying, not just putting things behind a paywall to make some money. It's
We're
You
not
wanna
in
make
this
sure
for
that-
the money whatsoever.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Really not.
We're in it for the money. We've royally
We're
screwed up.
we're really in this to watch free soccer, guys, and so far we're living the dream.
Where
with
was it that we were? Oh, the Rick and Morty thing. Like, oh, why do people do this? Why do people watch soccer? Oh, it's just to get free sandwiches in a media press area. It's like, oh
Yes,
my god,
that's exactly what it is.
that's not wrong. I literally had dinner because of San Diego Loyal. So I've done that before, where like I'll wait, not go home, and be like, man, I got some coconut rice and curry waiting for me at the Loyal game. I hope the selections at Snapdragon are just as good for eventually Wave games, and you know who knows if Loyal, but like
Eventually, loyal games.
yeah,
Eventually,
come on,
it has to. It's gonna happen.
Come
guys.
on.
It's gonna happen.
What are we doing here?
But yeah, no. So their next game is up against Orange County on July 30th
Up against them. Oh. Up close and personal with Orange County.
against Cuvo Torres. and the
Again,
fellow
yes.
Oranges.
Um,
Alan, you don't know how you feel about this game. You don't know what to expect. It's essentially the Underwood Classico again, or what was the Underwood
the
Derby?
Underwood Derby. Yeah.
So look at that. He loves that. He loves. You
The,
know,
the,
you love the Underwood
the
Derby.
Under Derby.
Under
I do not
Derby.
like that. Because I have nothing to do with this game. Like, I have no influence on the outcome.
But you kind of do. Like,
You do.
you've been in the game. You have
Who's
skin in
winning
the game.
this game, Alan? We
Whose
want to
jersey
know.
are you wearing?
We want to know.
You wearing like
The people want to know.
I'm gonna wear like, I don't know.
You
wear,
can't
like,
pull
all
one of
black.
those. You can't pull one of those half loyal, half Orange County like Chivas America Mexico. If you wear one of those, I will hate you
You
forever.
actually should get one of those.
I would hate myself forever. Yeah, this is a tough one because Orange County's coming off of a absolute drubbing of Los Dos. They won 5-2 in LA. Orange County is one of those teams, man. Like, they're better than their record indicates, and they have players who San Diego's has in the past really kind of struggled with. And not necessarily Kubo Torres. He's been okay. It's Milanowski, and he can wreak havoc. He's one of those guys who can single-handedly turn a game around. And Orange County is kind of slowly kind of figuring out their back line in midfield. Their run of form hasn't been particularly great. They had a pretty rough game against Monterey. As far as scoreline is concerned, it's not like they've been impressive. They just haven't been unimpressive either. But what scares me a little bit about Orange County is Milanowski. Miko Kaningis has started to come back. I don't know if he's like fully back yet. He was in a couple games, and he's the guy to look out for. Ugo Okoli just scored. And so if he gets hot, he's another name to kind of look out for. Brian Olaski's back, which we didn't see in the first game. And that kind of solidifies their midfield in a way that they've really had some issues with. This is a hard one to predict what's going to happen because I'm not sure which Orange County team is going to show up. Is it the one that is going to have a competent midfield and a decently solid back line? Like Skendi, who we saw last time, has been not the most consistent performer for Orange County, but he's played pretty well as of late. He kind of had a rough go, giving up some penalties and some own goals. But he's kind of coming around. So this might be a dangerous Orange County team. And we saw what they were able to do last year against San Diego, where San Diego felt like they were the better team over the course of 2 games in Orange County and walked away with, I think, 0 points in those games. And so we're at that same part of the season against we're going to see Orange County twice on the road this week, and then almost the last game of the season. And Orange County is a team that San Diego has been kind of up and down against. 3 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws. And so I would just hope that San Diego can put in a good performance on the road and actually get something out of it, because they were good against Orange County last time. They just didn't score, and that was the difference. So I think this one you want 3 points, but I think if you walk out of there with, a well played draw, it's not the end of the world. I know that might seem disappointing based on where they are in the standings and Orange County's run of form. But Orange County's been a little bit of a bugaboo for San Diego. So I think you hope for a win. If you walk out of there with a well played point, you kind of survive the tie break, because you get one more game against them in their house, and you will still control your destiny over the tiebreaker against them, as well as, the second to last game when you kind of want to peak. So I'm hoping for a win. I'm hopeful for a win. I think San Diego can go in there and win, but this has been a kind of an up and down season for Orange County.
This is the Alan that is rooting for Orange County, guys.
This is very
I don't
orange
like this.
Alan.
This is very orange.
More than usual. Kidding. Very, very, very Homer for Orange County. You live pretty north, right? No,
You know
just
what?
kidding.
I don't know much about Orange
He's
County.
like, no.
I mean,
As
compared
central as
to
it gets.
you, yes, I live very north.
Yeah,
but
yeah. It's a trek. I have to
I mean,
pay.
I
Like,
mean, compared to you, I live north too.
true.
So you're not even Chula Vista, homie. You're IB.
I'm San Diego.
You're,
I pay my taxes to San Diego, homie.
I pay to Chula Vista.
Before that, National City, homie. What you know about that?
Barely.
it's where the mile of cars is.
You did not pay taxes in National City. You weren't that old yet.
Did I not buy stuff in National City 7-Elevens?
Anybody
That
can
Yeah,
gets
if you
me
bought a
by-
push pop in 7-Eleven, he paid taxes
Yeah, I
in
paid
National
God-
City.
No,
Goddamn
this dude would
taxes.
steal shit from the ASB in high school. He didn't pay taxes.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's too high.
all right.
Your ASB president
I
right
was
here
never
would
a
steal shit.
president of Sweetwater High School. It was actually at National City Middle School.
Oh.
I was the store manager for the ASB. That had nothing to do with it, but
But you're not denying you would get
but
free
Mr.
shit.
Brault in the Yu-Gi-Oh card club had me in charge of the inventory. Just because I would, cook some of their books doesn't mean, I was stealing. And because I was calling out other people who in mid-class would steal and be like, hey, Mr. Brault, they're doing that.
Oh,
Here
you
you
were
go.
snitching.
I was doing my job,
You
sir.
were
I was doing
snitching.
my job.
Hey, is Papi Chavo in the chat? We got a snitch over here, dog.
It was
His
a
dog
job
needs
that had to
stitches
be
on him.
fulfilled.
Look at him. Even Alan
that's-
disapproves. You
that's-
were snitching,
Alan,
dog.
this was white collar crime. You guys would be proud. Not you, but you should be proud, Alan. It was. I didn't get my hands dirty.
Why not me? Why are you snitching, dude?
I was not snitching. I was doing my job. And you know what? I had the best Yu-Gi-Oh deck in that school. At the end, before I went into high school, I gave all my cards away. So there you go. It was the Mother Teresa
Carl
of Yu-Gi-Oh
said, saw
cards.
Tony at a Chula Vista 7-Eleven. Yes, you did, and that was during camp season for us. I
Hell
remember
yeah.
you told me, oh, you know who I saw? You were buying, I think you were buying ice. And you're like, I saw Carl. Carl. So anytime we talk about you, Carl, we always say, Carl.
Now I'm being called out. Thank you, bro. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so-
The boy was actually there.
Snitch,
So
the snitch.
Kit Kats were actually my favorites. Sometimes what I would do is like when the Lay's came over and I really wanted some chips, I would take inventory and I'd be like, "Oh, there's one that's open," and then mark it.
It was already open.
Sorry, Al. Like this is what you deal with. Like this is what your children are doing where you work too. So don't act all high and mighty.
Alan, do you appreciate a snitch at work?
Probably profited from somebody. Oh, Mr. Underwood, look, I got you some chips. Oh, thank you, dude. Like they probably five-finger discounted it from somebody or just turned somebody on their ankles and took their lunch money.
I usually do not open or eat open things from students. They have to be like sealed.
Usually. So you
I
have.
don't trust them.
Okay.
There's a few students who you can trust that aren't going to put like X-Lax in your brownie. But there's some kids who are like, I brought you brownies. And I'm like, I'm never eating these. But thank you.
You see, old Chiva would fucking devour anything that was offered to him.
Shout out to old Chiva. The old Chiva would be proud of what new Chiva has achieved. I'll tell you this, Alan. Like you're happily married, but if you're ever in need of some sort of a wingman, I'm your guy. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, Tony's pretty good at it.
I'm pretty goddamn good. But you're happily married. So out there, if you guys need a wingman, like you guys can be my goose, I guess, or the other way around.
I'm not a good wingman. I'm more of like a good cheerleader. Like I'm the guy like after you've like
Succeeded.
done the wingman stuff. I'm the guy who's like, yeah, you did a great job, buddy. Like
Can you do me a favor,
nice job
Alan?
on that one.
Alan's
Can you-
validations are gold. It just makes me feel
Can
warm
you
inside.
tell? Can you? You're full screen now. Can you tell to him like validate his success because there's recent success in his life.
Oh, I have. At the game, I was like, look at you. I was like, isn't that the girl you were doing that? And he was like,
Yes.
yeah, you're right.
Yes.
It was. I was like,
Yes.
well
Yes.
played, buddy. You got it. Like, good job.
Yes.
Like, way to get it,
Absolutely.
dude. Way to get it.
Hell yeah.
Nice job, buddy.
Hell yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck is happening? This is a sports podcast.
Hey, it's okay, bro. She supports, bro. You got her as a subscriber, bro. That's awesome, dude. You got
What's
her as a
going on
subscriber.
here?
Look at how red the boy is. Aw, look
But
at
I mean,
this.
if we can't like celebrate successes as like male friends, like we gotta set the
Yeah.
example here. Like,
Yeah.
it's all right to talk about these things and like cheerlead and
Yeah. No, there was no nefarious ways and tactics that you took. Like you very kosher. It was very.
We were
People
talking
should
about
take
San Diego
notes.
Loyal, and I think San Chiva is going to go to Orange County.
Chiva
and
don't miss. Chiva, don't miss. Nick Duffy, let's go, son. Chiva, my boy. Chiva is in the game, shooting 100. Let's go. Let's go, Chiva. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. For those of you who don't know,
we're not going live anymore in the future episodes.
Chiva has decided to get a car, and we're very happy about it. Very adult move. He's like, you know what,
I'm gonna buy a car.
This bike
life ain't for me anymore.
This bike life isn't for me, especially if we're gonna be picking somebody up in the car. Yeah.
What the fuck? Prediction for the game next week. I think San Diego Loyal is going to go in and win 2-0.
Man, very positive of you. Again,
getting a clean sheet in Orange County.
Is you like smell different too, bro. Like it's wild.
I can't right now.
2-0, you say, against Orange County away.
Which Alan doesn't approve of that, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very
unexpected.
Tough. Very, very tough. I think you're happy because Orange County is gonna play hard and they're gonna play, as almost like the rivals. It's again we're San Diego Loyal. Like who's our rivals? Phoenix, Orange County. Like everybody's gonna play you hard. Like even LA Galaxy 2, and you lost to them twice. So if it goes to that, I think you're going to be happy with a tie and getting a point out of that Orange County game. If it's a 2-2 affair, like I think you'd be okay with it. Maybe depending on the situation, how those goals end up and the order that they come down. But I think a 2-2 is just fair all across. And
boo.
I mean, it's going to be the same thing that Alan says, Mr.
Oh,
Orange
Alan,
County
what's your prediction? Alan's going to say, I can't predict this one, guys.
My prediction is Chiva's going to take this nice young lady out for a nice date.
Yes! Let's go!
They're going to talk about all sorts of wonderful
not that
things.
game. That's my sister's birthday, so.
Oh.
And
invite her over.
Stop. Fucking talking.
Oh, you don't want to do family too soon.
Podcast. What the fuck
You don't want
is
to do
happening
family too
here?
soon. You got to ease into family. Like that's like family's crazy, and you got to fill it out first, right? You got to like make sure that she's on board with crazy before you bring into family. Like I made that mistake.
Oh.
Dated Sarah like in October and brought her making Christmas cookies in December, and it was a little too soon.
Okay.
All right, that's enough time for Alan. 2 balls underwood. So, thank you, Alan, for joining us today.
I'm gonna split I'm gonna go 2-1 San Diego. I'm gonna split the difference.
Okay, 2-1 San Diego. I mean, again, it seems like we're all around that 2 mark. So 2 goals.
What was your prediction in the other USL podcast you do? Huh?
We haven't done that yet.
Oh, my bad. Oh, that's right. It's tomorrow. I forget.
Oh man, that's wonderful. I've been watching a lot of Shark Tank. Just throwing that out there. But it's a good show.
It is a really good show.
Dragon's Den, the British one, isn't as good.
What's your guys' favorite product from Shark Tank?
I mean, there's been some good ones that I'm like, come on, guys, invest. And nobody does.
My favorite one is the guy for the EDC gloves things, like with the lights. Everyone like wants in, and he has those gloves like bright, like for like raves and stuff. And all the sharks just wanted in.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's
I
actually
like it when they
one.
fail. Like I'm that person. I like seeing people die inside.
There's one that he's like, "You're a con artist."
Yes, I think I just saw that one because YouTube has all of them. And
when this fast back, did we already discuss? I did mention it earlier, Carl, that when we spoke to him after the game, he said shoulder's not feeling great. It's not good. It's gonna be a couple weeks, honestly.
Yeah, 100%.
2 to 4 weeks, probably.
Which is fine, just because there's still a couple of weeks before playoffs. Obviously, it's not ideal. You want him to come in stride, but he'll have a couple games to come back. Upper body, as far as a striker, is important, especially so physical that he is.
I'd rather he misses right now than
Later.
Than play through it and get hurt and just doesn't. It's not 100% for the playoffs. So he has to take this time off. He'll be fine. He'll be ready to rock late in the season and ready for playoffs.
I like it. Alan,
yeah.
Any final words for our audience, our young buck, our stallion of an individual? To me, I mean,
I just want to say I enjoyed having some Chiva time this past weekend, and I really enjoyed that. Not that I don't like Tony, but it was.
You wouldn't be the only one, Alan, that enjoyed Chiva.
It was a nice Saturday evening with my boy Chiva. So
yeah, Yeah.
The past 2 home games, I've been hanging out with Alan.
Yeah, and you guys have gone to close, and I like that. You guys make a good pair. I like.
Start a
seeing you
podcast,
guys together.
Alan. Let's get out of here.
Enjoy talking about an El Clasico that didn't matter.
Oh man.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, that's good. I can't talk about Chelsea. They lost fucking 4-0. It could have been worse. But yes, thank you, Alan. You are the best. I really appreciate you, and as much as Chiva might hate you right now, he appreciates you too.
And yeah, and so fans, I'll be in Orange County. I know you guys aren't going to be able to make it, but I applied for my media credential today, so I am excited to go check out.
Let's hope
the
you get
scene.
approved.
I love it. I think we may know a person or two up there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
maybe if they like me still.
Oh.
Have a good evening, gentlemen.
You too.
Tacos El
Enjoy your
Gordo is
tacos El Gordo.
Tacos El Gordo is officially on its way back, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go.
What a great
Grub
day
Den.
for everybody. It's been a great time. Thank you, Alan.
There's Alan.
Well, that was awkward as fuck for you. But you know what? People liked it. And I was actually the one that was not the one that brought it up, so I feel pretty good about that. I kept it, my beak closed.
You brought it up.
No, it was Alan.
No,
Like,
you.
we'll run it
you
back.
insinuated it.
Oh no, that was all him. Because you talked about it with him.
No, let's move on. We had some friendlies happening this past week, guys, and
Wait, everybody who follows on social media is like, oh man, who's his cousin?
Sweet Home Alabama.
No.
I know that's on guitar too.
Oh, Alan's own podcast would be Under the Woodwork with Alan Underwood.
I saw that. That's the woodwork with Alan.
I personally like it when it's on the woodwork, but it's all good.
But yeah, so we had games happening. How important are these friendlies in your opinion?
I mean, for the club, hi Alan. For the club, I don't think it's important in the sense that, this is really preparing you for what it's going to be like whenever
Like,
it happens.
do the
It's a
results
vacation.
matter? Do these results matter? They don't.
Bragging rights sometimes,
Yeah.
like really, like Charleston beating Chelsea. Like, oh man, like okay, like
Minnesota destroying Everton 4-0.
that's Everton.
That's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
But then, these games mean so much more to
The
teams
local fans,
like MLS teams and Liga MX teams, like America going up against Manchester City, and only losing 2-1 and putting up a fight. And I mean, if you want to look for the clip, Ochoa getting physical with Grealish, or Grealish freaking getting physical with San
literally
Memo.
the first thing that came up.
Yeah, so it was honestly very, as a Mexican fan, seeing what, like, you respect freaking Memo Ochoa. I don't care who you are in the world, you know who the freak Memo Ochoa is because of his phenomenal World Cups that he's at with Mexico. Grealish said, I don't care, don't push me, you push me. Ochoa said, I ain't gonna take any of your shit, bro.
It's really difficult just cheering for anything America does.
I know,
Even though they fielded a team of all Mexicans.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wow. I think that was a shot. Like, América, México's team. El equipo de México.
Cállate los hocico con eso. You're not wrong, though. I guess.
I'm not
You're
wrong.
not wrong.
I'm
They're-
not wrong.
Yeah.
So here you see Ochoa hopping and avoiding stomping on Grealish. Good on him. He could have.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have stomped on him. Like,
And
that's always a
Ochoa
possibility.
can afford that fine.
Yeah, and he's like, all right, here,
Párate,
get up,
güey,
párate,
párate,
get up, get
vato,
up, get
yeah.
up. Grealish didn't like being
25
touched. He's like,
minutes into
"Fuck
the
out of
game,
me.
get up."
Get your non-100 million euro hand off of me. He's like, oh, fuck you then. A
Barely
little
touched,
pat on
yeah.
the back. He's like, what are you doing? You don't talk to me that way. That is a shove. Like, come
Ochoa
on.
said, fuck this.
He's like,
Oh.
nope, here's yours back. And then obviously the teammates get in there, and it's a game. You still get heated, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's like any game. If you play cascaritas with your homies, like if they do something stupid and they stomp on you, like you're still gonna get mad.
Dude,
Dude. Yeah, no,
absolutely.
you're gonna go ahead and do that. But Does it matter in the long run? I don't necessarily think so. But like you said, it's better for the smaller teams. We're still talking about
Which one? Oh,
we're still talking about the
it's just
outstanding
top 10
like
best moments of my life as a Chivas fan. Like, you have no idea how much this means. These games mean to Mexican fans, especially when stuff like this happens. Marquito Fabian just scoring 2 wonder goals in this, in the few minutes against Barcelona.
on Barcelona with Victor Valdez.
I think that was Pinto.
Is it?
Yeah, it was Pinto.
Well, Victor Valdez was still on the team.
Yeah, no,
he wasn't playing.
I mean, the David Villa played in this game. You had, I think, Iniesta played. Yeah, they had top talents playing in this game. This was back in 2000. I want to
9
say
years ago.
it's 2011, right?
2011, yeah.
It was around that time.
So I mean, once we had back when we had hopes and dreams of Mexico doing something, Marquito Fabian, we were like, oh, sign him up, take him to.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it.
Woke up.
Llévenselo. Go to Barcelona,
absolutely.
Marquito. Like, go for it, bud.
Absolutely.
He deserves to go. He deserves so much better than what ended up happening in Frankfurt. Look at this strike, though. Like, oh man, that ball
Marco
doesn't
Fabian
move.
was top class, man. Yeah, 619 Soccer said, oh no, yeah, you remember this game? I know you remember this game. Look at this. La Pinita Arellano, the pure speed. The speed that Arellano had. Look at this. Pass. Boom.
Great pass in between.
Arellano
two.
was one of the fastest players I've ever seen in my life. This guy was very pacey.
Marco Fabian, no.
I'm going to cry because Chivas is
Nowhere near this.
El Venado Medina was still there,
Hey, guess
bro.
what? Chivas might have a chance to beat the shit out of Dani Alves again, though. So it's the levels.
I'm worried about how they're gonna do against Querétaro on Wednesday, bro. Like, it's bad. But other friendlies that we had that were kind of noticeable and should be mentioned. Chelsea lost in penalties against an MLS team.
Charleston,
Hey, how do you pronounce your Captain America's boy name?
Captain America's boys.
Your Chelsea Captain America. How do you pronounce his name?
Pulisic,
That's not how you pronounce his name.
Pulisic,
No. Oh, well,
Pulisic.
Pulisic.
Yeah.
I saw a video, ESPN, someone in ESPN asked them, hey, like, over people in Deportes are struggling pronouncing your name. Can you use-"
Deportes.
He's like, oh, it's Christian Pulisic. That's his name. Man City against Bayern Munich. That one's a fun one to watch, I guess.
Jack Grealish, opening goal.
80,000 fans. They packed Lambeau Field.
That's wild. Like
Lambeau Field got packed.
Like Wisconsin has a excellent soccer scene, and
I mean, we know people from Wisconsin, and they're big soccer fans.
Big soccer fans. I mean, Evan Conway, Nick Moon is from there. Like, how many Nick Moons are in this stadium? You know, how many Conways are coming up and playing and learning and having the opportunity to do this. And Lambeau Field, like, what? Like, that's it's just so weird. Like, same thing with, like, New York FC. Like, the fact that they played at Yankee Stadium bothers me so much. That's just sacred grounds. Like, I don't like it when the Rolling Stones, Taylor Swift come over to San Diego and ruin the prime San Diego grass and then just leave the imprint of the field for a quarter of the season. But yeah, so there were a couple of good ones. I guess Arsenal with Gabriel Jesus is doing really good.
But the big highlight here was Erling Haaland was his debut,
Uh-huh.
and he scores 12 minutes into this game.
Yep.
Now, I think it was Jurgen Klopp. He already started the mind games. ESPN tweeted about it, and he said, "Well, Premier League champions, you already know Man City's gonna win it." He said that. So it is very scary to what Manchester City are looking like. Again, it's preseason. You never know what can happen.
But they're not.
Players
gonna
can get
Champions
injured.
League.
Paul, but you just told me Pogba got hurt
Pogba just
again,
got
and he's out
injured,
2 months.
2 months meniscus injury. I mean,
How
some
about
of these,
them apples?
Some of these games are absolutely dangerous. So dangerous, including things like this. You know, you travel for a friendly overseas, but Neymar getting absolutely assaulted.
Yeah, this was dirty, guys.
Filthy.
The Japan tour.
Like, I can't.
Look at this.
Oh, like, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
dude, dirty.
Remove the
Dirty.
children from viewing distance, and
Yeah, no.
we apologize for that. This video is now not safe for work. Like, yeah,
was very
like
dirty.
the first comment is like, yeah, in a friendly, bro, like, just going in on such a hard tackle that way is just unacceptable. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
you have to, feel for Neymar in that. Hopefully,
Yeah,
he
you gotta be
recovers.
careful, guys.
Thoughts and prayers.
Chivas lost to Juventus 2-0.
Chivas lost to Juventus.
And by the way, my Perez Bouquet make the Juventus player, and that was a highlight
Small
for me.
victories. Small victories. Chiva.
Liverpool played. Where they played? They played Red Bull. No. Who was it? Was it Salzburg? But Darwin Nunez scored 4 goals. Tony.
Yeah.
Darwin Nunez scored 4 freaking goals in one game.
So that's not going to be good. Just because, again, if Man City's like, yeah, let him win the Premier League, Liverpool's primed to win the Champions League, and it's not good. Like there's still chance for them to be as dominant as they can.
I mean, he
They
didn't play
lost
good against Man
Sané.
U when they played, and
Mane.
but Darwin Nunez scored 4 goals, and now you kind of have that question where, wow, is he actually worth 100 million?
Yeah.
Do you think he's worth 100 million?
I mean, who's worth 100 million now? Like everybody's worth 100 million.
I mean,
it
you're telling me
seems.
he cost the same or like a little more than Ronaldo at his prime or before?
Well,
he
no,
even
but
reached
that's
his prime?
inflation. Like it's different.
Inflation
Like,
is affecting the market.
It really is. Like
Yeah.
Pogba was the one that actually ruined that whole thing when he went back to Man U.
No, it was before that.
Nah, he
Gareth
ruined
Bale.
He ruined it.
You had the Clásico. 619 Soccer's favorite game to watch in the whole wide world. The Clásico has a meaning now, and it means more than what it has meant in the last 2 years, right? Ever since Cristiano and Messi just left, it didn't feel the same.
Yeah.
And we've even mentioned it like, oh shit, like we gotta talk about a Clásico on the next episode, and it's like, for what, dude? Like,
Yeah. Like,
Barca was a
what's
shit
gonna
show
happen?
last season, and then they kind of picked it up. But now you have names that kind of bring that passion back in the Clásico, right? You have
You have Rafinha, who's putting some Brazilian spice.
Rafinha and Vini on both sides.
yeah,
So,
so
it's okay, cool. You have top strikers on both sides now with Lewandowski and Benzema. How long that'll last? Probably 1 season, maybe 2.
Yeah.
But you have Rudiger, Araujo trying to get in it. You have Busquets, who still has that flair, that
He's
classic
the only
Barcelona.
one left. He's the only one left from that
Yeah.
squad.
Jordi Alba. But yeah, so this is what you like to see in a Clásico. That not promoting violence, but
Yeah.
players
some
getting
fire.
heated. It's a rivalry game. I love seeing this shit.
Yeah, and as it should be. Like when you ask, do friendlies matter? They do when it's like this, and that's going to be carried over into the season. So this is just going to prime for. I hate those Barcelona jerseys. I don't like them. I do not like them. There's too much.
That's
blue
that's
on
how
the
they're buying all these
shoulders.
players. When I start streaming my Bad Bunny playlist,
Bunny.
Barca's getting money out of that.
That's crazy. This Spotify is just.
619 Soccer, explain to me how the heck Barcelona's affording all these players. Can you just type it in the chat? Chat. Because it is ridiculous, Tony, what they're doing. They are
It's
just 2 weeks ago they were bankrupt and they
Yeah, people were going. to
weren't
jail
able
and
to buy
shit.
anything, and now you're buying Rafinha, you're buying Lewandowski, you want to buy Bernardo Silva for 100 million, you want to buy snatch him from Chelsea. What's his name? Konate or something from Sevilla. Konate from Sevilla. Like, what is happening in Barcelona right now?
I don't know, but people are going to be happy in Spain. Money's going to roll in again. Again, you mentioned Lewandowski and Benzema. That's going to write itself. But it's going to be really interesting to see what this means in Europe. Just like, are they going to be able to keep it up or not? But yeah, so before that, and we move on to a little quiz that we have. San Diego Wave announcing that they have are now selling singles game tickets for the season at the Snap. So go ahead and purchase your tickets if you want. Because those
you
games are
said it's
going
going to get sold out.
I think those are gonna get sold out.
I don't think it'll get sold out.
It's going to get sold out. The first game or two, they're going to get sold
That'd be
out.
dope. I'd love to see it sold
like,
out.
no
They also
question.
traded Tegan McGrady.
Tegan McGrady no longer on the team. A straight up trade. So that's going to be interesting.
Which I get it. She messed up a lot in the back line. Some of those goals that ended up impacting
Casey's
results.
just like cutthroat. Like, nope.
Oh yeah, no.
Fuck
If you're
outta
not
here.
working out, you're out. Bye bye.
Fuck out of here. So that's something on San Diego
Yeah.
Waves.
So we're gonna
side.
be playing a challenge again for a jersey. 619 Soccer, I'm going to stop by tomorrow for that jersey that we still owe you. I still have it. I'm going to stop by tomorrow, hit you up. I'm finally back working at that school next to where you live.
Speaking of jerseys,
oh, yeah, you talk about that. I'm going to find one.
Austin Guerrero. It hurt me reading this just because he hit me up on Instagram and it was like, hey, I left you something at the store. So I was like, okay, like, appreciate it, dude. Like, I know, wish it would have ended differently. And so I ended up going to the store and I said, hey, like, Austin said he left something for me, and our good buddy Roger, who runs the merch at the stadium and in the office, was like, yeah, here you go. And he gave me this little bag and he's like, yeah, and with the handwritten note from Austin too. And it's like, Tony Sanchez, parentheses, from Austin. So it's his writing. I love it. And inside, obviously, you guys saw Steve, Presidente Steve, have the black jersey of him. So I got the blue one. Pretty neato. Something that we did talk about is that these are different from the ones you guys are buying.
Oh, yeah.
From the ones we're buying.
I mean, this one right here.
Like
The material.
I know what it feels like.
Let me see. It's so much lighter, guys. And it has to be.
It has to.
It has to. It's more breathable. It has to be there.
Like, I wish they sold these straight up.
So that's the difference when they sell like Adidas and something like the replicas and authentic.
Yeah.
And that's the price difference. Like they usually go for like 130 or something like
Let there be
that.
a price difference, like, because
I would pay for the authentic instead.
But again, like, you can't be more than Adidas.
I mean, not for this, but the goalkeeper one, I like it.
Yeah. So checking it out. Austin Guerrero, I guess, finally today made a statement. Thank you, San Diego Loyal, for the opportunity to wear the colors of my hometown since day one. I will forever be grateful to being a part of this organization. Thank you for the bros who showed up with me every day to grind. I think I'll miss that part most. Thank you for everybody who's behind the scenes. Gama, previously Lizzie, and pretty much saying, hey, thank you to Vasiliades, Andrew, for bringing the club to San Diego. The Loyals, so thank you for being the best fans in the USL and supporting me. In the good and the bad, I'll be joining you in 109 soon enough. And to my guys, I expect you to do something special for our city this year. Go get it. So obviously, words from Austin, who's no longer on the roster, on the team for San Diego Loyal.
That's the way you want to see a player leave, right? You don't want something like Corey Herzog to happen again, where it's just, oh, what happened? The player just left and they didn't even tell anyone what happened. So I like Austin. He's from San Diego, so he feels like this kind of it hit him a different type of way, right? But hopefully someone picks him up. So hopefully he gets to go somewhere and become a starter goalkeeper, just because he is a talented goalkeeper, as we all seen him before. So hope for the best, Austin. We should be having him on the pod soon.
Yeah, soon is how whenever he feels comfortable. We've reached out and he said, yeah, but again, I want to give him that space.
Yeah.
And whenever he's ready, aquí estás el consentido, el Pau Pau.
El Pau Pau.
Shout out his goalkeeper academy, so check that out. Anywho,
You ready for this challenge, Tony? Because I've been kicking your ass on these lately.
Made it seem like he's done playing. Maybe. I mean, he's been eating a lot of pizzas.
So
He's been eating a lot of pizzas.
you have a
and
different marker
enjoying
because
his
this
life.
one's dried out. Yeah, so we're going to do another challenge, and we're actually going to be giving away a pretty dope jersey. I think you guys are going to appreciate this one. It is the Ajax Bob Marley tribute jersey. So it's a size medium, so don't complain. You get what you get, and you don't complain. It has the 3 little birds in the back, which is pretty freaking dope.
All right, so what you do is right now in the chat, you say, hey, who's going to win?
I think this
I
person's
think
going to win.
Tony's going to win.
I think
Chiva's
going to win. Oh, give me a hot pink neon marker.
I like hot pink.
I like it.
I actually really like pink.
Yeah, you do wear a lot of pink. It suits you. It suits you a lot, actually.
I know it does.
You're finally wearing a scarf that was finally given to us.
Shout out Espen.
Espen, thank you for the scarf. He's been telling us a while, like, there's no yeah, like pride flag up there for San Diego Loyal, and we finally got one. And so we'll be definitely putting it up. So appreciate that, Espen. Again, get your Calafino tequila over at calafinotequila.com. Get 2 balls 20 for the promo code, and you get 20% off. So enjoy some nice extra añejo, reposado, or blanco to your liking.
You deserve it.
Oh, no, dude. I drank yesterday, bro. I'm good.
You deserve it.
Tony is winning. I'm taking Tony. So, yeah, Papi Chavo, you got your
Papi
boy.
Chavo, who's already
the
won.
boy, the parking lot. Woof, 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 woof. Saying Tony's winning. 619 Soccer's excited for this jersey. He said, Mamma Mia.
No, I think he was talking about Austin eating pizza. Mamma mia. Pizza mamma mia. Really good pizza, by the way.
619 Soccer's thinking this one. He's saying, oh, shit, who do I pick? Because I want to win this one. We could tie. We've tied before, and
We've
everyone
tied
got in.
before.
So
Yeah, so that's always...
Alicia said Chiva. Thank you. We're going to give you guys about... Tony's going to win. Chris. Alicia and Chris going again with the Chiva, Tony.
just
smart.
intelligent.
Smart.
Playing the
smart.
odds.
Very smart.
Playing the odds in here. So before we do this, we're going to go ahead and have a football fantasy league.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and make that this week, even though we've been saying it for the past 2 weeks. How to sign up, we'll throw it on social media. If you win, you get yourself a jersey from NFL.com.
Which one of us plays a side bet game during the season to see who gets the most pick'ems right. Last season, he had to pay for one, and he did not appreciate that. So, Chiva, let's go. 619 Soccer, I got you.
All right.
I got you.
I'm going to give 30 more seconds. Last play. Let's just comment who you think is going to win. If you win it, you get it.
There's only 6 people watching right now, so the chances of you guys taking this are very good.
It's all good.
You guys deserve this for staying
You deserve
and watching
it.
the whole episode. Thank you,
All right.
guys.
Let's start this off.
All right. So I got 2, and you looks like you have 4.
Are we going one by one or saying whoever says it first?
Let's go one by one. I feel like that's more
Today,
fair, right?
we're bringing you a new challenge. Guess the player for the price of his transfer. Don't forget to answer the
Guess the
bonus
player for the
question.
price.
Let's
Who's
get
going
it.
first?
You can go first.
You can go first.
You can go first.
I insist.
Okay, go for it. Let's go. Easy. First one's usually easy.
Started. First question.
Oh, that's Gabriel Jesus.
Oh, so 52 million from. Oh, it gives you.
It gives you hints.
nation. Yeah, Manchester City to
Yes.
Arsenal. Correcto.
Second question.
PSG on a free to Juventus. Argentinian.
I wish it didn't give you
Answer
hints.
is
You didn't guess
I
anything.
didn't guess.
You
Oh,
didn't
you didn't
guess.
say anything.
Let's
I
go.
didn't say anything.
Player.
Milan. Oh, that's what's his name? Oh shit. Kessier. Yes.
Yes, yeah. Good stuff.
Oh, dude.
Next question.
Oh,
Rudiger.
you should know
Yeah,
this
it's
one.
Rudiger from
Easy.
Chelsea on a free from Germany to Madrid.
The answer is
I let so many people down right now. That was terrible. I'm not playing for me,
question
guys.
5.
Beats. Oh, that's what's his name. England. Oh shit. I froze.
Yeah.
Calvin Phillips. Son of a bitch.
All right.
My bad, guys.
80.
Oh, that's easy.
From Juventus to Bayern.
The
Delete.
correct
Yeah,
answer
you
is
were almost
Delete.
choking that one.
I know, I was
I
like-
can't believe I choked Calvin Phillips. Damn.
Delete.
Guess the next one.
52 million.
City to Chelsea. That's Sterling. That's an easy one.
Raheem. That's crazy. Damn, he looks good in that jersey. That's a good jersey.
Jason said Tony.
Oh my God, George just talked about him. I have his name right
He
here.
forgot his name.
Oh my
He
God.
forgot his name.
Oh my- I forgot his
Darwin
name.
Nunez. Yes.
Nunez.
Guess the answer.
Dortmund to City. 60 mil. Ooh. Oh, Haaland.
Damn it. You're almost not going to get it.
60 million. Oh, it was actually around that price.
10.
Ooh.
I'm really going to suck this game.
Ooh.
I'm really going to suck this game.
Correct alternative is
El Morro, yeah.
That's a hard one,
Yeah,
actually.
that's hard.
Oh,
Ooh.
to Inter.
Ooh, Chelsea to Inter on a loan.
Fuck. Lukaku, qué estúpido estoy. Me voy a matar, güey.
Following question.
On a free.
That's
Pogba.
yeah.
Like,
The free
Pogba.
was like, oh wait.
Yeah, it was like, injured
Lukaku.
for two
Qué
months.
estúpido. Oh, that's Rafinha.
Crazy. Leeds. Ranking it in with the money.
Leeds the new Ajax. He said, no, there's no way.
Choose the correct option.
Yo, why Tony getting all the hard ones?
Dybala.
Yeah.
Who just broke the record for most jerseys sold, like,
Answer
Oh,
for
wow.
Roma. It was crazy.
That's dope. It suits him.
Yeah.
Napoli to Chelsea, 40 mil. Koulibaly.
Oh, Senegal. Good stuff. You're up by 2. Damn. Well, you're up by
Taking
1.
it by 1.
Yeah.
Guess the correct option.
El Morro. Not your guy. I'm not going to get the name.
Answer is
Shout out to him. He just got testicular cancer, so a
Holla.
tumor on the testicles. That sucks.
Sucks.
Chelsea for
We know
free.
about balls.
Oh, that's what's his name, Christensen. Oh wow, wow!
Running away
Look
with
at
it.
the turntables.
how many questions have you got right?
More than
Not
you.
a lot.
More than you.
Not a lot. Fuck. I don't fucking.
Mr. Triller.
The player is
Shit.
Richarlison, güey.
Charlison and Pigeon.
Yeah.
I'm sucking ass. Good job, bud.
Bayern to Barca. This is Mr. Robert Lewandowski.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just distract you by talking about something you don't want to talk about and just talking about
Oh,
it. Just
you better
stopping
stop.
So
No, go. Oh, this is easy.
Gareth Bale.
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, I'm
That's
gonna wait to
easy.
start until yours gets posted. But anyway,
alternative is
you look absolutely fabulous in a suit. Like I wish the wrinkle would have been coming out at the bottom. I mean, it's a really, it's pretty,
You know,
pretty cool.
that's
'Cause at the
Malaga, se llama? Malasia.
like Malaysia,
Yeah.
like Malaysia.
the
Tyrell.
player.
How did Chiva get all the Chelsea transfers?
That's
oh,
what I'm
this is
saying.
yours. Oh, this is easy. Oh, I hate you for not knowing this one.
And the answer
Julian
is
Alvarez.
Julian Alvarez.
Doesn't count.
Nope, it counts.
Doesn't count.
It counts.
Doesn't count.
It counts. Put it on there.
I'll give it to you. Ajax 25 to Bayern. Oh, that's what's his name? Netherlands. Ooh. I blanked on this one.
These are hard as fuck.
Gravenberch.
Can you guess the next question?
Seaway. Tortellini. Oh, Brazilian.
Answer is
Stop. Must be a defender. Stop.
Brighton.
These are hard
Tottenham.
as fuck.
This one is.
How much more is there? Oh my
Oh
god.
shit! I don't know this one actually.
From Mali, bro. Come on. How many Mali plans?
Bissouma,
bro.
I don't pay attention to Tottenham honestly.
corresponds to
Okay, you should know this one.
Mane. Yeah, it's not
Ah.
Sane. What the fuck? 32 million. Sadio. Ow.
Ooh, that's
Ow.
oh
I know
shoot.
this one.
France. Oh, Lenglet.
guess the next player.
Free from Borussia to Atletico. Thorgan Hazard.
The player is
Witzel. Yes!
Oh damn! You changed it. On a free to Roma. Oh, that's Matic. Before the national, we should have done before the national 2 points.
They should have done that.
Yeah.
question 30.
Reuniting with his boy.
The correct alternative is
Not Minamoto. Fuck, I knew it. I knew it. I was gonna say Nagasaki.
Inter to Tottenham. Oh, I'm gonna guess Croatia. Is it Perisic?
Ow.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Not Brozovic.
what is
They have a
the
good
correct
squad.
answer?
I don't know. Zinchenko. Fucking stopped
No.
by. I know he stopped by. He stopped by
answer
Porto
is-
real quick.
Wow.
Fabio Vieira. That dude looks like a Fabio.
Liverpool to Milan on a free transfer. from Belgium. Oh, shoot. I don't know this one.
Origi.
Oh, EG. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can't say it for me.
No,
Actually, if I would have said it.
Here is
What the fuck? Olympique Lyonnais from Arsenal.
Come on.
France. Lacazette.
Yes. I was about to
Lacazette.
say.
Going
like,
back to the childhood.
I think our podcast, like, credentials are going to get revoked for not knowing a bunch of this.
No, it's fine.
Porto to Paris.
That's me. Paris
Portugal?
Saint-Germain.
the correct
What do you mean?
answer
Portugal.
Shit, I don't know.
Vitinha. Vitinha.
is Special bonus.
Okay. Oh,
Ericsson.
still lost.
Fuck.
Still lost. So I think, wow, it was only 2 of you that said Chiva, right?
Oh.
So we got to do that.
We got to do that. So what was it called?
It was
Wheel.
Alicia and
Wheel.
619 Soccer. That's what you guys get for trusting Tony in this anymore.
Sorry.
That's
So,
what you guys get.
Alicia.
And 619 Soccer. It's a 50-50
619 Soccer.
for a chance to win the Bob Marley tribute 3 Little Birds Ajax jersey. Here we go.
Here we go. In a bit.
You're going to add more of them? Yeah, might as well.
All right, ready? 3, 2.
Oh, you should. Wait, you should have more Alicians and 619 Soccers.
That's going to take too long.
All right, go for it. Let's go. Good luck, guys. And it's gonna be
Congratulations.
Alicia. Sorry,
Alicia.
619 Soccer. Alicia, congrats. You've been on it, winning a bunch of our giveaways. Next home game for Loyal, I'll get you that jersey. 619 Soccer. I know you wanted this one, so I'll see what I can do. Maybe get another one soon.
No. Shout out to
said
San Diego
no.
Internacional, who are having their tryouts for the UPSL. If you're good enough, try your luck at UPSL Soccer here in San Diego. PB European Imports and Smog Express are sponsoring that, so check that out. Shout out to Calavina Tequila, 20% off, 2 balls 20.
Yeah.
All
Thank
that
you
good
guys for
stuff.
watching this
Thank
episode.
You guys are the best.
Like, share, subscribe. Thank you, guys.
Good job, Chiva. I'm so proud of you.
Are you still streaming? No, you're done streaming.